Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we are of course in Dokkan Battle. We are taking on the legendary Goku event. And, ooh, look at that. Another Kazeten Shu 2 video where I forgot to change that setting. So anyway, we are taking on the legendary Goku event. And we're hopped in here kind of already in the match because I realized it was really hard to find another Krillin to run with. So I saw it, grabbed it, and then I started the video. So the team we're going with here is the Earthlings team because I really wanted to use the new free-to-play Uub in a Goku event where you were fighting Goku, and this is of course the hardest just Goku event. So we hopped in here. So what I'm trying to do is I want to get Uub on this rotation with these guys. And I want to stall for a bit, right? Because their passive, their defense boost comes from getting hit. So you want to do it early on and not get butchered down. But the problem is Krillin's getting a super attack off, and I really would prefer that not to happen. But there seems to be nothing I can do about it. These guys also stack attack. But since Krillin's getting his attack, Mai's going to get an attack, and there's nothing I can do about it. Which kind of stinks. So hopefully we don't finish him off here. I'm thinking we're not going to. He does have type advantage over Mai, so Mai's not going to do much. We'll probably, have to waste an item here early game, but that's okay. And since this is an AoE skill, it tends to do a little bit less damage. Yeah, so we barely hurt him. And Krillin can tank those hits. Alright, so we got Uub here, so we do have to rotate him off. And of course these guys link. The Tien is someone we absolutely do not want to get attack off. He will obliterate this guy. So my best bet there is just that one. So that's going to stink. He's probably dead here. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop him from dying here, which is okay. Well, oh, I messed up my rotations already. I wanted to get Uub on the other rotation. Uub, of course, shouldn't take too much damage with his guarding. We'll see. This is the friend one. He is rainbowed. I was a bad Dokkaner, and I don't have mine. I don't even have mine SA20. I hate the prime battles. I really do. I just hate having to get all those medals. So I tend not to. I try to get the unit, and that's about it. All right, so that was still 34k this early on with guard. He should get a little bit better when I get him on rotation with this guy. We're gonna let them get a super attack off this time. Now, how does this link? So no matter what, Mai is getting a super attack here. So might as well just feed and charge up the Dokkan and gauge there. And we'll try to get rid of all these orbs, right? Because right now we're just stalling. We're trying to get our defense up. We'll heal with these guys. It's 7% with each super attack. So that's nice. And I did go all additionals with them, I think. I think I went with all additionals for the healing. The Mai is rainbowed. She's just kind of here because there's not a lot of options on this Earthling team. And, maybe that was my fault. So these guys are linking a little too well for my liking. But there's nothing I can do about it. So I'll just have to accept that I'm getting this attack off. And, we're going to go into the next round with the rotations messed up a little. But that's all right. We're going to get Uub on the primary rotation so we can kind of show him off. Because this is a longer event, and the longer the event goes on, the better it should be to show him off. He stacks attack. He is link leveled up, so he should be pretty good in that regards. Once I get him with the World Tournament unit. And I have them together because they share a few links, which I'll show you because I don't quite remember what they are. This is good because we're getting them to buff their defense right here at the start. Again, as I said, that's kind of the whole point of having them on the main rotation here. And we're getting to build up this Dokkan gauge. Yeah, so they're starting to take a lot less damage from normals, which is good. Alright, so this is even better. So now their attack is stacking with this additional. And of course, it should have been 7% and then another 7%, so that should have been 14%. We should be able to calculate it that way. With Goku here, I think it's okay. I don't want to blow through it too quick, but these guys are kind of outputting low damage, so this could be a bit of a longer video. I do apologize for that. We'll see though, right? Because we have units that are stacking attack and all that fun. There are lots of possibilities to stun, but you just can't stun in this event, which kind of stinks. It'd be interesting if you could. Like Krillin here, I think is like a 30% with that 12 key. But as you know, Tien can do it, Mai can do it, Uub can do it. A lot of stunners on this team, so it'd be interesting to take them into an event where they could stun. Just to see how often you get that and how well they perform. Perform. All right, so here we go. We got these guys together, right? So they have tough as nails and shattering the limit. So both of their defenses are kind of low. They're both level 5. So let's see what those bonuses are. So shattering the limit at level 5 gives us 2 key and 2.5% attack and defense. And then tough as nails, I think, is just a straight up defense boost. So we're getting 17.5% off the tough as nails there, which is awesome. I don't think I gain anything by linking there. Yeah. So I'm going to put Uub here. Let's see how his defense is doing. These guys do need to receive some more attacks. But I think it's okay. We'll just see what happens here. And of course, you always want to get your super attack off with Uub. That is how we are ensuring his attack is just constantly stacking through this event. Now he does get... Let's bring up his passive. Besides the guarding, I think he gets additional attack. So we'll see here. You know, I didn't get it off with Mai. Mai should be okay defensively for a little while. She'll be a liability later on, but that's okay. And Tien here is probably our best assault unit. Let's pull up this passive. So key +1 and attack plus 30% each turn, up to 4, and plus up to 120 attack and defense, plus an additional 100% attack within receiving attack, which is great. Guards against all attacks if there's a World Tournament category enemy or an enemy named Goku, I believe. Excluding like the normal exclusions of Goku. And that's it. Okay. So it's just after being attacked where he gets that. So we're going to give these to Tien. As I said, we're building the Dokkan gauge. We're going to let Krillin go full blast. And we'll try out Hercule here. Now, once Majin Buu transforms, he might link a little. We'll see how he links up with the Uub. There you go. Tien with the 2 million attack stat there. Getting the additional. We'll probably end up finishing this Goku this round. Which isn't necessarily what I wanted to do because I needed Yamu and Spokovich to build up their D a little more before we went too far, but it's alright. This Goku's definitely done with this additional here. So at this point, we are definitely, you know, we've seen everything that Part 3 has to offer. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything else, which kind of stinks. Okay, so this is a perfect situation for Uub here because he's going to get attack first, so we'll get the additional 100% attack. And then he'll also be able to guard, of course. So, wow. Okay, so now he's up to 2.1 million, free to play. And we're getting some dodges in. Got to give them that 3 dodge. So let's see. Yeah, so they're still not doing well, but that's all right. They did have type disadvantage there. So as I was saying, so we've kind of seen what part 3 has to offer. It looks like it's just this Uub. And this Uub seems to be pretty fantastic so far. I'm enjoying him as a unit. So with that, I believe the banners go away here sometime next week or the following week. Oh, we're getting a Dokkan attack off. I didn't notice that. So that's all right. Probably not where we wanted to have the Dokkan attack. I was building it up, as I said, so it's okay. And I just butchered that. But as I was saying, back to the part 3. So they're ending within the next week or so, I believe. And I believe my assumption is we're going to get Gohan. Really hoping for Gohan. I want that ultimate, transforming ultimate Gohan there. I'm going to go till I get him, basically. That is the one of the units I really want to go for. But I'm hoping that's around next week. Love to get the new unit. The only other and then I do want the Gotenks that's coming out and the Goku and Vegeta bar, but we'll see if I get lucky enough to pull that. All right, so we're gonna let Spovich and Co take this attack here. I don't think Uub's gonna finish him off yet. His attack hasn't had enough to go up, but they could, which means, oh well, we'll see. He didn't receive the additional 100 attack because he did not receive the attack first. See what these guys are doing. Okay. All right, so they... Oh, an additional. That's all right. Oh. Okay, so this is going to hurt. Yep, that wasn't too bad. That was 135 with type disadvantage. So their defense is obviously building, as we know they do. So that's good. But yeah, so as I said, I'm really excited for that Gohan. I might hold off on my... even though I'm link leveling up right now to take on Extreme Super Battle Road with Super Tech, I may wait until that Gohan drops to do that one. I think he'll make it a lot easier to do. And overall be a little more fun of a video. So I'm up in the air on that. I might still attempt it without it. We'll see. Time will tell. So we took a lot of damage there. There's 51k. I don't know how this team's going to do here. I'm sure, as long as you play your cards right, this team will, most likely be able to beat this event, but we'll see. And with that, I wonder, transforming Golden Frieza is coming out to JP soon, which I would imagine would be dropping fairly soon for the other reasons I had listed as well. So I can't get him to receive an attack first, which kind of stinks. We are hurting here. We're going to float the turn out. We're just going to see what happens. We might be fine. We might be fine. Uub's going to defend well. Alright, so this is perfect. The super attack happened to him with guard, right? So we'll survive this round. I don't think this Goku's buffed up enough to the point where it matters. I was hoping we'd get an additional there to get some more health, but that's alright. Alright, so the dodge came in clutch there. Alright, so this turn, we're going to go ahead and heal up with a Princess Snake, I think. We're using an item a little early, but I think that's okay. So we're going to get the Ultra Super Attack off with Krillin, and then normal here. And hopefully Hercule will dodge a bunch. I don't think we want him transforming into Boo just yet. He has to receive 5 hits for that. Alright, so 2 million. How are we doing? So now, we're not going to... I probably should kind of still keep chaining, taking the small hits when I can to build up the other units, but we might pick up the pace a little bit and just kind of see how that goes. I don't want this to turn into a colossally long video. But we'll see. Alright, so this is going to be great for Uub. He is getting that attack first, so we're going to get that an additional 100% attack. Let's see. Alright, so let's see what he's at now. So he's at 2.4 million. So we're slowly climbing. We almost did 1 million damage there, which is great. I was hoping he'd get some additionals, because I did go... since he has the 30% chance to stun, I went with additionals, because I value that in those events where you can do that. Over, pure damage with the crits. Krillin seems to be defending a little better than I originally thought he would, which is great. And that's... I don't know. We're going to let Mai go there. For some reason, I feel like that might be where he supers. And if that's the case, that could really hurt. She's not the best with defense, especially as this event goes on longer. She does have the chance, although, to dodge all the way up to UI Goku. I said that, but she only took 44 from a normal, so can't argue there. So guys, down in the comments, let me know what unit you're looking forward to seeing next on Global. I've kind of put mine out there. I know it's Gohan. And then it'd probably be Kaioken Blue Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta as my second, and then Gotenks. But I have a feeling those last two are gonna flip in the order they actually come out. All right, so we're doing pretty good on health here. I know we just healed, but whatever. And we're building our Dokkan gauge, which is good. So there's a lot of type disadvantage on this team, on this side, so it could hurt. And whoa, okay, so we're up to 2.7 million now, which is great. So I wish that additional, as I said before, would have been a way to go, Uub. One thing better than guarding is dodging and not taking any damage at all. And this additional is awesome. It would normally heal us more, but, we already had pretty much full health. So what we're going to do here... Okay, so that's not too bad. Type disadvantage. We'll see what this Hercule takes in comparison from these normal attacks. Okay, so Hercule's just dodging, built better in this case, if you will. As we get to this part of the event, it definitely gets a bit harder. Goku can start to hit a lot harder. I think the true big jump is, Blue Goku. And then after that, it just kind of scales higher and higher. But I'm sure you guys know that at this point, this event's been out forever. And speaking of that, why haven't they done this more, right? They could do Frieza, they could do Majin Buu. I mean, I guess they kind of did the whole Majin Buu thing with the Infinite Dragon Ball history. And maybe that's just where they're putting their eggs. They kind of like that idea better. But it'd be cool to get all those missions and tickets for like Frieza units, Vegeta units. Just be cool, right? Even Majin Buu units, because there's a few of those. So we're going to put Uub up here to take those attacks and Krillin in the back. As I said, I do like to build up their D. But in this case, I just, I don't want them taking the type disadvantage. Because it's still not as high as it could be. So he's supering in the back, which does kind of stink. We'll see what happens of it. All right, so we're at 2.6. That's interesting. So it actually went down lower. I wonder if I had another boost that rotation that I didn't realize when we had the 2.7. Or maybe Goku's attack lowered? I don't know. Alright. So you can... let's see what this does. As I said, he was defending pretty well for normal attacks. Okay. That's reasonable. 135 off a super. Looks like we are getting Buu now. So I'm going to see... I'll be interested to see how he links up with Uub. I don't know if they share much links. I didn't really look into it. So we're just going to throw him off rotation, though. I think Krillin is still a better defender than Tien. I could be wrong. Let's see. If we take 135, I think we'll be... Ooh, Majin Buu healed us up a good bit there, so we're definitely fine. Not too worried about it. So, with... Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say there, guys. I was going to say about part 3, but where the units you guys were interested in. I always think it's cool to find out what other people find interesting. All right, so God Goku is down. Now we're on to Blue Goku. So interestingly enough, we haven't been able to get many attacks in this second slot here. So we definitely want to get this Dokkan gauge up. So I'm going to take all these same type orbs. Oh, that would have been nice to get the Dokkan attack with Uub here. But he's doing really well. The guarding's nice. We're back up to the 2.7. We can take that. Now, I was hoping the super was going to happen there. We're 1.7 with these guys, which is good. So my here is probably going to take a super attack. Ooh, additional. It's a shame we don't get that chance to stun. So 51. Whoa. Okay, good thing we didn't get supered because I probably would have died. There's definitely a super coming this turn. Let's use an Icarus. Now this team is extremely fizz heavy, so I'm a little worried about how we're gonna fare against UI Omen. I think we're gonna get hurt there. Now this Dokkan attack, I probably should have let Tien get it off, but I wanted to make sure I didn't want to deal with the not linking. So this isn't going to do as much damage as we could have done, but it is what it is. I did use an Icarus because I didn't want to use an item just yet. But again, it's not necessarily about winning this event this go round. It's about showing off how crazy this Uub is. Alright, so we got some good healing going on here. So we get the extra link of revival, which does what? Okay, so when HP is 50% or less. So we're not 50% or less. I don't know why it's showing there. So we're going to rotate them off. And as I said, we're going to let Uub take all these hits. Which hopefully here should be a super attack. Alright, no super there. Alright, so now we're up to 3.2 million. That's awesome. So that should do over 1 million damage. It's a shame that was not a... Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. So let's see what after all this time, what this does. With guard, 28k. That's awesome. Alright, so these guys are up to 2 million, which is good. They do have type advantage here. Yep, okay, so their defense is up, because I did not see it go... Didn't see the little icon for it to go up, so we're fully all the way up with our defense now. Alright, so this is kind of tricky. We're going to rotate off the Krillin. I don't want Mai taking 2 attacks. I think it's okay because I think it's been... He supers every other turn. And he just supered against Uub. But maybe I'm misremembering? We'll find out. Either way, I don't know how I plan to survive in the following round. But I'll figure it out over. All right, so Goku should be done this next round. All right. This is perfect, you know, with him attacking more and more and more. It just really helps this Uub get that attack first to get that extra 100% attack boost. Okay, so we're at 2.9. Yeah, okay, get an additional? Yes! All right, so that's what we needed. He hasn't been getting a lot of additionals. And, you know, he does slowly build attack. But that was the perfect time to get it. So, this is what I'm worried about. We can't evade, and we have to take damage here. So, we're going to pop a Whis. We're going to do the 40% for this turn, and then I know we'll probably still take a good bit of damage, which is actually what I'm planning, so that I can then use an aider. So we'll get a lot of, you know, 40% damage reduction plus 50% defense the next round. Hopefully we can get a crit with this Majin Buu and maybe an additional. Alright, I was kind of counting on that type advantage, right? Because I'm not going to do much. Okay, you can dodge. You are allowed to dodge. You definitely just... This could hurt a lot when he super attacks back here. He might not super attack this turn. Okay. Nope, he's supering. So even with this 40%, I know I'm going to take this. Yeah, 169k. Alright. So I'm going to use an aider, and I'm doing that because I want the additional defense. Plus it carries over for more than one turn. Krillin taking all those attacks in the back there kind of stinks. I think this guy has a tendency to attack in the back. But I can't do much about it. I just got to go with the flow here. So let's see. I'm hoping he'll attack in the front with a super. And attack this Uub, because I'd love to see with type disadvantage what happens. I know those, you know, and... Well, we'll get back to that, but now these guys can kind of shine a little more, because they do have type advantage here, which is good. Krillin taking these attacks in the back, I don't know if it's a good thing. We should be fine because of all their defense buffs. Hopefully it's all basic attacks. Uub is definitely on the wrong rotation for this. But I don't know what I can do about that. Of course, you know, got to give same type of orbs when we can. I'm hoping the ball, you know, that super attack is hidden here against this Majin Buu and not the Krillin. Even with the defense boost, I don't want a type disadvantage unit to take that hit. Now, if we can get a crit here, which is actually impossible, because when I said I was being bad, I don't even think I 55%ed him. Alright, an additional, so that's good. Any extra damage we can do, I'm not going to argue about. Alright, Boo, do some dodging. Ooh, I think that's the lowest attack side I've seen from this guy. But he did lower defense, which is perfect. Alright, so now we're back to this. We're going to do 35% damage reduction. And hope the super attack happens here in the front. Should I be using that many items right now? Probably not. But I'm going to do it anyway. Kind of keep my health here. Yeah, so this is what we wanted to see. What will he do? Okay, so only 57k with type advantage against UI Sign Goku. That is just amazing. This free-to-play unit, you let it start the build to get that guard, and the attack gets up there. It's just amazing, especially against a Goku enemy. So these guys are up to 2 million. Let's see what they do here. 1.2 mil. And we got a 7% heal, which is awesome. Now, I guess the 57 is with 35% damage reduction, so it would have been higher. But I think that's okay. I really do. So we're going to let the friend one take the bulk of the damage here. There's no point to let Krillin take it back there. I don't like keeping those two on rotation together. But I'd rather have, in case he decides to super, in the back. I'd rather Majin Buu take it. I thought he was going to dodge there. It was kind of slow. All right, so we took that. The Krillin actually took that pretty good. Again, there was 35% damage reduction, but 65k. No guard. I'd say that was amazing. So, Boo, can you get me a crit here? Yeah. All right, and an additional. So this is pretty good for us. All right, so he did a good bit of damage there. We're gonna go ahead and pop a Whis. I know I'm kind of using these items like crazy right now. But I do think that is probably for the best. I don't want to take too much damage with all these Fizz units. Now, when we get to the next Goku, we have type advantage, and I'm obviously, since I've used up most of my items. Ooh, 3.7. I'm hoping that. Excuse me, that I'll be good and be able to carry. So that was even lower. Ooh, don't dodge that. That's the only type advantage I had, plus heal. I was really counting on that to get the health back, but whatever. If we have to use a Princess Snake, we will use a Princess Snake. And we're going to use a Princess Snake here. It should nullify pretty much any damage we receive. Because we should still be active. We're just kind of slowly chipping away at this guy. We do need to finish him up pretty much next round, or we might be in some trouble based off of how I've been running this strategy. It was kind of a gamble, but I think the point of the video was to show off Uub, how crazy he can be, and he's showing off to be pretty crazy here. 3 health bars. We're definitely not going to finish it off next turn as much as I would have liked to. But it's alright. We're not going to take too much damage this round. So all items are deactivated, and I only have an 8er. So I am pretty much dead here. It's a shame these weren't... Yeah, that's a big shame that these weren't elsewhere. So you can see now he's taking a bit more damage, but I don't think that's too much of a big deal. Yes, there we go. You just hit the 4 million mark from a free-to-play unit. These guys are up to 2.6. We are going to get a heal here, which is clutch. Can we get an additional? Ooh. What are we going to take? Okay, only 92. That's good. That is good. Now, Majin Buu here could finish it up. We might need a crit or an additional. Okay, well, we needed a lot more than either of those. So, Tien gets a Dokkan attack here. We kind of just have to let it rock. I don't have much else I can do. I'm not going to use an 8er here. It makes no sense. I'm going to rely on the Dokkan attack here, because I just took 100,000 from a normal attack, and I missed one, which does suck, because I need all that health back. Now, it's going to be great to see Uub have type advantage in this next slip of things. Hopefully we'll get full health. Yeah, so there we go. That's perfect. That's what we needed. So now we're on to Mastered UI Goku. Good news here is we should see a lot. This is where having these Fizz units is going to come into... Well, it's just going to come into handy, to say the least. We're going to let it rock. I think we'll be fine. I don't want to use the 8er until next turn. So let's see what this does. This is probably the best that we could hope for as far as who he supered. Yeah. Okay, guard, no items, 91 from UI Goku. Alright, so our attack fell there a bit. Ooh! He critted for 2.7 mil. That's awesome. Alright, so Krillin's gonna come up here next. Alright, so these guys do take some damage. It looks like he's got type advantage over him. That kind of sucks. I wasn't expecting that. So I'll have to protect him a little more. Alright. We're gonna pop the Aider, take the 70% and 50 percent defense. This is where having the Dokkan attack on him with all these Fizz units would have been amazing, especially this TN. He is boosting my Buu up here, so that's good. You know, kind of low. I'm definitely used to seeing him over a 2 million attack stat, but he did lower defense. Ooh, UI Goku, you sly one. Not too happy you dodged Buu's attack there. On top of that, you oh. You did no damage to him. Okay. And after this, guys, the cards are going to fall where they fall. I am out of items because I used so many up on the other Goku. Shouldn't have done that, but I did. Alright. Cross our fingers here, guys. This is the last rotation where we're going to take almost no damage. Hopefully he'll Super Uub. I really need him to Super Uub here. Alright. An additional, that was clutch. So he's doing almost 2 million in an attack there. This does heal us up, which is fantastic. Can we get an additional? Come on, guys. Alright, no additional. Alright, Mai, what do you got? I wish we could stun. Oh. Alright, so I did forget he didn't super attack yet that turn. Supering against her even with 50% defense. That is game over. So, alright, we did pretty well. I misused some of those items, but you guys got to see how awesome Uub was. He did a fantastic job of, well, tanking. This Buu can tank, but yeah, the TN takes way too much damage there. All right, guys. Well, that was it. We got to showcase Uub. Not a big deal about the loss there. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.